Hello, Dr. Vels here. In this video I'm going to try to demonstrate how to wind a 49:1 or a 64:1 transformer for use with an end-fed half-wave antenna. I will use thin wire for this demonstration, but in reality thick wire is highly recommended. Enamel coated copper wire is probably the best. In my installation I've used standard wire gauge 16 wire, which is approximately 1.6 millimeters in diameter. If you can find some 2 millimeter wire, even better. For demonstration purposes I'm going to use something thinner. FT240-43 toroidal core. Some people who use over 100 watts of power stack these cores together. I do not intend to use more than 100 watts. In fact, I do not have the equipment to use more than 100 watts. So first of all, you need to fold the wire back on itself a few inches and twist it together. Then thread that through the centre of the toroid. Remember that each time you thread the wire through the centre of the ring, that counts as one turn. And now we've got 2 turns of the twisted part of the wire. We need to leave the short end free and the twisted end free, and then use the long part of the remaining wire to wind the remaining turns. Remember that each pass through the centre of the ring counts as one turn. It's worthwhile to try and space the turns as evenly as possible around the ring, and to pull the wire as tightly as possible without damaging the wire or the ring. You can see here that there are now 7 turns. There's the 2 twisted turns and then 5 additional turns. Pass the wire across the toroid. This causes the other end of the wire to fall in the correct place and just keeps things a lot tidier. And then we continue to form more turns around the ring. So initially we formed the turns in a clockwise direction, and now we're going to form turns in an anti-clockwise direction. The result being that the free end of the wire will be at the opposite side to the other 2 ends. So as you can see, we made 2 turns using the twisted part of the wire. The twisted end of the wire is left free. The short end of the twisted section is left free. And then a further 5 turns are wound to make a total of 7. Then the wire is crossed over to the opposite side of the toroid to then wind the remaining turns in the opposite direction. There should be a total of 14 turns for a 49:1 transformer and a total of 16 turns for a 64:1 transformer, which will transform the impedance at the end of the wire down to something close to 50 ohms, which is suitable for connecting the coaxial cable to. A high voltage capacitor of 100 picofarads or so should be soldered between the twisted end and the short end of the wire, effectively across the 2-turn section of the transformer. That is also where the coax is connected. The twisted wire terminal is where the coaxial braid should be soldered, and if you are using a counterpoise wire, that should also be connected to that twisted terminal. The longer wire terminal at the opposite side of the ring is where the long wire should be connected. Well, I hope that was a reasonably good demonstration, and thanks for watching, and I hope that has helped you in winding and developing your end-fed half-wave antenna. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.